continues because it's the Jane and Jimmy show. Even though he broke my heart in high school, does he know how to bake. And you know, my mother used to always say, Jimmy, why don't you come over? I'll make you guys some toast and tea. And I still couldn't get him to ask me out. But anyway, he does make the best cinnamon and cinnamon raisin bread out there. And if there is one comfort food for me, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or late night snack, it's cinnamon bread, but you've never had it like this. Jimmy, hi. I'm being nice.
Yes, it's the nice Jane today.
Not the one you knew in high school.
No, I don't know. I think he saw the different side of Jane in high school. Hello, Jimmy. Jimmy's back, and we got him. And the last time Jimmy was here, we've seen a lot of sold-out signs in the show. These sold out in the combo. So even though I still haven't forgiven him for just being merciless to me in high school, we have back in stock the cinnamon bread, and it's been way too long because the combo sold out in December. So you're getting 4 1-pound cinnamon bread loaves. You're going to choose, do you want the cinnamon? Do you want the cinnamon raisin? Or if you want the combo, don't wait because that sold out last time on QVC, and you get auto delivery on this, which I would highly recommend because you're going to lock into the featured price and you're getting this going every 90 days. So Jimmy, my darling, you make cinnamon bread better than anybody else. I mean, you know, no kidding aside, I'm just going to pop this in the microwave for like literally 10 seconds. Can you tell us about your cinnamon bread?
Well, like the cinnamon rolls, it all begins and ends with the dough. And my process for making dough is really the oldest, most artisan way you can make dough. We make dough today, and we age it in the refrigerator overnight, sometimes up to 48 hours. So that dough does this slow rise and slow dance in the refrigerator for a day or two, and you get that nice supple dough. This is a brioche. Unlike the cinnamon roll dough, this has more egg, it has more butter in it. It's a richer dough. A lot of guys making cinnamon breads just use like a basic white bread dough, and I think you can get away with that, but that's not what gives, as you see there, the density of this bread. That's why it's sliceable. That's why it's dunkable. That's why it's toastable, because of the dense, thick nature of the bread.
Notice he said slow dance, which was just a dagger to my heart because of
evil little man.
I know. He had to say
Bertie doesn't know the story about the Impala. If you want me to tell the Impala
No,
story,
please don't tell the backseat of the Impala story. No, we don't need to go there. Thank you, Jimmy.
All right. So anyway, let's talk about process, because there's a very unique process. Well, not so unique. It's an very, very old-fashioned process of taking melted butter. And there's a reason I do this. I do it for several reasons. Is taking that whole loaf of bread. Let me get centered here. Okay, here we are. Taking that whole loaf of bread and rolling it and dunking it and giving it its what we call a butter bath. Now, after the butter bath is done, we're going to roll it in cinnamon sugar. And it's just not really for effect. And really, I call it kind of sealing the bread.
Yeah.
I like to seal the bread so it doesn't get a crusty outside. So as it sits in the pan, as it sits in the bag, it'll get softer over time. A nice, soft bread.
Yeah.
It'll stand up to the microwave. It'll stand up to the skillet if you decide to make French toast. It'll stand up to just room temperature, to be frank with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of that, so when you get these, they're going to be shipped to you ambient, room temperature. Take them, stick them right in the freezer. You can keep them on your counter for up to 7 to 10 days. I frankly have never had anybody call me and say they went stale. Not to say that they can't, because if they do go stale, that's when it's time to make French toast, as you all know, stale bread.
Okay, we got updates, guys. So Jimmy was here in December, brought the cinnamon loaves. It is full-on comfort food. It really is. And, you know, unlike other cinnamon breads that you buy in the store, this is decadent, and there literally is cinnamon or cinnamon and raisin in every bite. So if you want the combo, which sold out last time, that's going to be 2 of the cinnamon and 2 of the cinnamon raisin. We have fewer than 500 to go around. You can do all cinnamon That's final quantities now, last call. So please go to auto delivery because we've been sold out since December. But if anybody's on auto delivery, it doesn't matter if we're sold out because you're going to keep getting yours. And that's going to be 3 months from now. And then the cinnamon raisin, which is my favorite. I mean, you know, Jimmy probably doesn't remember that, but the cinnamon raisin is my favorite. We're down to fewer than 350.
It's your mother. It's your mother's favorite.
That
too,
was my mother's favorite, and she did like you, Jimmy. But you know.
But you let her down.
You know.
You let her down, Jimmy. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
All I'll say is, she had the last word when I looked her in the eye and said, "You're going to hate yourself in the morning, aren't you, Janie?" And she said, "What do you mean? I hate myself now." And now she wants to know why she didn't get asked to the prom. So there you go. I'll give you a hint, just a hint. No, I love Janie. Listen, Janie's full of baloney. I had a crush on her like nobody's business, right? She wouldn't give me the time of day. She was always looking at the defensive ends, the
Jimmy.
outside linebacker. She wouldn't go out with the
Okay, it
short
was a
Italian
tight
guy.
end, not a defensive end. We've been through this before, Jimmy.
I thought
Look
it was
at
a
my
quarterback.
No, tight end.
Tight end. I don't blame you.
So each of these breads, Janie, what is the bread? What is the bread weigh? It's over a pound, right? It's over wheat bread is
Yes.
over. Wow.
Yeah.
Look,
Look
at
at
all
that.
those raisins.
Yeah.
I know.
Look at that.
Well, Jimmy, I was
Raisins.
going to ask
Look at
you
that.
because baking
Whoa.
with raisins tend to dry out. Yours are super, super juicy in here.
Look.
You know why? You want to know why, Bertie?
Yes, sir.
Because my mentor, who is an 8th generation baker, he taught me an old trick. Raisins are dehydrated, right?
Right.
So we soak our raisins in warm, hot water for about 20 or 30 minutes to give them a little rehydration. Because
Yes.
when you put them in a baked good, if you put something dry, like a dried fruit in the baked good, it's going to pull moisture out of the baked good. So that's another part of our agonizing process. I didn't get a lot of Christmas cards from the staff this year, but anyway, it's another part of our agonizing process that makes this bread so different.
Right.
Listen, there's raisin breads all over the place. You know, why would you order this bread? Is because
It's different.
of the dough, of the amount of raisins we put in, and the process. This is no quick bread. This is brioche bread that's hand braided. Every single one of these is twisted into what we call a Russian braid, and then slow rise, and then baked off. And frankly, I think it's one of our best things that we do. It's
I do
not
too.
easy to do. It
I do
really
too.
is not easy to do.
And
It
like
really
you get the sugary crunch on the outside and then the soft warm bread on the inside. And then you get, again, those amazing raisins. Let's go back and tell you what we have left because this sold out in the combo in December. Cinnamon raisin, me and my mom's favorite, all 4. And I've been racking my brains, Jimmy and Alberti, because I'm thinking, like, to call it a bread loaf is actually doing it a disservice because it's not.
Because it feels like a dessert more than a bread loaf, right? Yeah.
Right. Okay,
I know.
so in the cinnamon raisin, all 4, 200 left. Please go to auto delivery. If you want the 4 in cinnamon, fewer than 100. If you want the combo, last call. So Jimmy sells out every time he's here. Looks like he's heading there again. And, you know, I forgive you, Jimmy. I really do.
Take me, Janie. Take me.
Oh my gosh!
Take me
What's
home.
going to happen
Take
on
me
the
home.
next episode?
I don't know.
Let's just finish this once and for all, Janie. Once and for all.
Alberti, please get me out of this.
That chivalrous cavalier Jimmy the Baker. We'll have to wait to see what happens on the next episode. All right, so listen, until then, it's time for our one-time only price. And this one is